Good evening from the Kingdom of Balance. So we are exploring, this is the fourth day of us exploring the Racial Justice and Equality bundle from itch.io. Today's games are A Mortician's Tale, Lenna's Inception, and I don't know how to pronounce this word. It's Oikospiel or something like that. I'm very curious about that one. That looked very different from usual. The bundle is done, but you can still see the games that were listed in it. I'm gonna paste the link here. Yeah, that's the link for the bundle. And yeah, the first game we're looking at is A Mortician's Tale. I'm going to set myself a timer. Oops, that's the same link again. I was about to paste the game info. Okay, there you go. That's A Mortician's Tale by Laundry Bear Games, and the link is their company, their project page, so you can get like all their other games. So I'm going to set myself a timer. I'm going to just explore Mortician's Tale for about 45 minutes before I switch to the next one. So let me just bring that up first. I think that's right. Okay, yeah, looks like it's running. I'm going to put it into the page here. You can probably hear the music already. Not sure if it's showing up. It should be showing up, but not seeing it. Weird. I don't know why it's not showing up. I'm pretty sure I checked this before. What's the background image? Where's the gameplay? That is so strange why it's not showing up. It's not it. Can you see it anywhere?
Okay.
Like it's not even showing up here. I don't know why. It's not showing up anywhere. Like I started the game and I...
And your game is not showing.
Yeah.
Where is its position?
Right here? Yeah, it's not even showing up on the screen where it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be right there.
Yeah, I hear the music, but I don't see the image. It's supposed to be right there. No, it just flashed. Go in the game and stay in the game a little bit.
I've seen other people stream this, and I know it works, so I don't know why it's not showing up here.
Okay, instead of using the game thing, okay, go into this. Okay, start it again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. Maybe I ran it the wrong way or something. Okay, gameplay, properties. Oh, it's showing up now. Awesome. I don't know what we did, but I think it's because I ran it in administrator mode last time. That might be an issue. Well, we found a bug. Okay. I'm gonna start from the beginning, and I'll set my timer. Let's see. I said 45 minutes. Thank you for checking. September 14, 10:15 a.m. Okay, I really like the colors. It's so simple, like there's just a few colors in the palette, but like it looks so interesting.
You can change the highlights.
Yeah, you can change the colors too. See, like, well, a lot of the objects are gray, but you can still make them out. And there's like this cyan, this teal color only in two places, to the cursor and the gloves. So that it also has this interesting feel, like the cursor is her gloves. So that's interesting. Okay, cool. Guess that's the only thing we're clicking on now. Okay, emails. Our new funeral director. That's the first email. Take this opportunity to introduce our new funeral director, Charlotte. Or Charlie, as she told me she likes to be referred to. Okay. Charlotte is likely the legal name. Charlie is a recent graduate who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her career with us at the Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Please take the time to make Charlie feel at home within our little family. We'll have a nice catered lunch this afternoon so we can all get to know each other a little better as well. Amy Rose is the what was it? The founder and director. Okay. Looking forward to working together. Think you'll enjoy working here. Amy is a sweetheart and she runs a tight ship, nothing you can handle. I'm sure she wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, which one was the top one? That was the top one, yeah. Instructions, okay. Hello, Charlie. Well, you're new here, so it probably is best to explain where everything is. In your office preparation room, you'll find your cremulator station, okay, embalming station, and obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. Jen Love. Good luck, you beautiful and smart babe, you. Okay. I guess my subject lines to you should start being more professional now that we are business professionals. Okay, so it's a friend, probably, or someone closer. I can't wait to get your reply so I can see your fancy new email signature. Love that you were able to land this gig straight after graduating. It sounds super cool. I didn't even know mom and pop funeral homes were a thing until now. Guess it's just not something I really think much about. I should look more into this, learn more about your world and industry because, as I said, you are now a very serious professional. Speaking of being a professional, my museum gig is amazing. I can't believe somebody paid me to move to London and not London, Ontario, serial killer capital of Canada. Is that true? Okay. It's an interesting reputation to have. To work in a museum. Like, take that, everyone who said I couldn't get a job with an art history degree. I'll tell you more about it when we Skype. My stories require you to see my face, and that you hear my excellent British accent impersonation. I also signed you up for a funeral's monthly newsletter. Consider it your graduation gift. I love you. I'm super proud of you. Gift. It's a typo.
No. Consider it congratulations.
Oh, it's a different type of gift.
You.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of you gift.
Okay, cool. Museum curator. Okay. It's important mail. Reply with an auto-response. Sure thing, I'll get right to it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Hello, Charlie. Hope you settled in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you're really friendly, and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. It's that guy who replied before. Your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier, if that's possible. That being said, although you will not be embalming Mrs. Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find Mrs. Garcia in the prep room. Special request for my mother's funeral. Dear Mia, of course we'll be happily oblige your request for no embalming and for a closed casket. I'll ensure our funeral director receives your request. Dear Amy, we're happy to be with Rose and daughters for my mother's funeral. We understand that there are usually procedures that must be followed. Oh my god, there's a coffee mug in the corner. Distracted, sorry. As we followed in this situation, but if you could kindly not embalm my mother, that would greatly appreciate it. And we will proceed with the closed casket for the service. I just know she wouldn't have wanted her death to have any negative impact on the environment. And since she fought so hard to beat her heart disease and to live healthily, it would be a shame to have her final moments to be counter to the way she lived. Thank you for anything you can do to help us in this matter. Interesting. Tips for a good etiquette at a funeral. Interesting. Let's see. This month is all about good etiquette for attending a funeral. I really can't believe we have to write this one up. But since we said we'll answer your most popular questions, here we are, because this is definitely one of the most popular questions. Funerals are a hard time, and we understand that. But here are some quick and easy rules to remember for being respectful at a funeral. Generally follow the guidelines of don't be a jerk should work. Don't be on your cell phone. We understand you're busy, but this is a time and place to disengage. If you have to be on your cell phone, don't do so inside the funeral home. Don't be loud and obnoxious. You can share happy stories, but other people are also grieving and working through their own healing process. Being quiet gives other people space they might need. Don't get drunk. Everyone can deal with their feelings in their own ways. Just remember to be respectful with the grieving family and friends. Happily reminisce. Sometimes remembering happy moments and positive experience with the deceased can be a productive part of the healing process. Give condolences. It's not easy knowing what to say to someone, but even a simple "I'm thinking of you" can go a long way. Dress appropriately. What this looks like will change based on the customs of the deceased and their culture, but always dress in a way that shows respect to the deceased and their grieving family. Give a gift or sign the registration book. This can be flowers or a nice card, but it's the thought that counts here. Sometimes this can be just kids can even just be cooking dinner for the grieving family. Anything that shows you care, want to help them through the healing process is what matters. Be kind and helpful. Okay, that was the last one, I think.
No, that was it.
Yeah. So don't be on your cell phone, don't be loud, don't get drunk, happy reminisce. Give condolences, dress appropriately, give a gift. Okay.
They skipped number 7.
They do?
Yeah.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Interesting. They did skip number 7. Huh. Interesting. They're not very organized.
Yeah, you need to answer that message.
I'll get right to it. Okay. There was something else there. There was
A website.
Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. It's a very nice looking website, honestly. Very light colored. 1956. Okay, well that's old. 36 years. Burial close casket ceremony, cremation ceremony. Okay. It's a little Mac computer. Oh, there she is. Wonder what else can he do? Yeah. Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony with no embalming, you're just going to clean the body. Interesting. Click the sponge. This one. Huh, that's pretty cool. Miss will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in a casket. It's time to go to Mrs. Garcia's funeral. You're responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but it's also important to pay respects to the loved ones. Follow the arrow to the head to the funeral parlor. Okay. Yeah, she's dressed in black now. Okay, she would have hated these paintings. She was so particular. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. That's... yeah, I guess. Huh. I don't think that's something that could have been changed. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy, but it's always so cold in these funeral homes. I think I might actually miss those sweaters she used to knit for me now. Mommy, I'm hungry. When can we go? Yeah, I heard the family specialty. The family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not.
But the button is at the
Atom bombing weirds me out. Do those chemicals leach into the ground? Seems strange to be using a chemical that's known to cause cancer and putting it into the ground like that. Or into the sewer. That's what they must do with the leftover formaldehyde, right? Just pour it down the drain. At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. Hey, stop it. Don't make me laugh right now. We usually don't small talk a lot at these things. At least that's what I was always taught. Is that Matthew? That's the guy. Probably. Maybe. Should have hated these paintings. Okay, so it's, they say the same thing.
Yeah, if you click on the coffin itself.
Oh, that's paying respects.
Yeah. I guess that's it. You can enter the room again. Arrow up here.
Yeah, see if the people are saying anything else. No, they're saying the same thing. Oh, there's the book. Yeah, seems like you can't click on it. Interesting. Guess we're going back then.
That was your first time, so there was probably less interaction.
More emails. She has tattoos, it looks like. Interesting. So this one says, what to wear when you're attending a funeral from a different culture.
Are you gonna read it?
Just reading it briefly. They're talking about the Roman Catholic funerals. Leans towards formal black attire rules, and it works for us. Yeah, Hinduism and in Chinese cultures, white is a typical color. Yeah, the white color is also typical in Bangladesh, even though it's most people are Muslim. A story about death. I was driving around the other day, taking our clients on their last trip around town, and I was thinking, strange, I know. Did I ever tell you the first time I went to a funeral? I was a teenager and about to start university. A friend of mine was killed in a car accident, totally out of the blue. Really tragic stuff messed me and my friends up real good. But so the big day, we all got into our best suits and dresses and packed ourselves into a few cars. There were a lot of us, so we had at least 3 different cars full of us, like clown cars, While we're in the procession going to the cemetery, somebody in our car got a phone call from a friend in a different car. Turns out some asshat driver who doesn't know to not get in the way of a procession drove through the intersection and smashed straight into our friend's car. Nobody was hurt, thank God, but can you imagine getting that call? Anyways, one of my friends in the same car as me, the one who got the phone call, hung up and started laughing. Just laughing her ass off, in that way that makes you not sure if they're really just crying or if they've gone full off the deep end. And she laughed, and then we all started giggling because, go figure, life is messed up sometimes, There's no moral, no point to that story, I guess. I just remembered that story and wanted to tell you, because we work with death all the time, and I still sometimes get caught off guard by what that actually means. Oh, before you get any ideas, that has nothing to do with why I became a funeral director. That decision came totally later and is nothing unremarkable. Somebody has to do it, and I have a strong stomach, so why not? So that was this one. Just passing this message along, okay. Hi Amy, please pass along our deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did with our mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. It was nice seeing everyone come out for such a beautiful service. My son never gets to see his family, so it was incredibly kind of you to let us bring our own food in. Getting to share home-cooked meals, sharing stories, being there together it meant a lot. So what I'm saying is, it was nice for everyone to be there like that, together in that way. And I know how much of that was due to the work of your staff, especially your funeral director. Thank you for making this difficult time easier for all of us. Yeah, that's kind of nice. It's a month later. That's kind of interesting.
Well, people have to deal with grief.
Yeah. Okay. That's the next job. I'll read that later. What is this thing? Oh, that's from the friend. A woman who died in 1907 and the liver is tempered inwards from what the doctor leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing on her corset. Interesting. It's fascinating because it's kind of controversial topic. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associated with fainting or hysteria, it's actually been associated with visceroptosis, which is when the organs fall to the lower part of the abdomen, which is super unsettling but can also be caused by being pregnant. TLDR, corsets probably messed up some bones, but unlikely didn't do this kind of internal organ damage. And I'm tired of the condescension about my wardrobe that also implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are the kinds of things I specifically researched, yet I'm treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day, Charlie. Okay, so that was a follow-up to this email, which I should have realized. So it says, can I rant for just a second? I'm so tired of hearing strangers, colleagues, anybody, cough, male colleagues, cough, get on my case for wearing corsets. I wear them under my blazer and over a nice blouse, so it's not like I'm dressing inappropriately, even though dress codes are such sexist BS anyways. And I hate how their misogyny gets veiled in faux concern. Jen, I'm just worried you're damaging your body. You know what corsets do to livers, right? Corsets don't do anything to livers. They're definitely not hurting me as much as your condescension is hurting my head. Sorry, I'm out of sorts right now. I'll send you another email in a bit when I've cooled off a bit. Okay. Interesting. So it's not clear whether it causes that. Okay. The next job. Hi Charlie, here are some instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family was very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Pleasing a grieving family isn't exactly the most comfortable jobs. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duval. An elderly man died of old age. Nothing fancy, just a standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter Lizzie Duval if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as can be expected. As always, don't hesitate to ask me questions. Best, Amy Rose. Charlie, dear, please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my maternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't mother you too much, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows. Okay. I don't know if there's any questions. I don't think she has any questions. So it seems like a normal thing. I'm sure the tutorial is gonna explain. Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. Just a sponge. Okay. I think that's everything. Oh, there we go. Click on the razor and drag it over the body to shave it. No shaving cream or anything? Okay. In order to break rigor mortis, you have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to massage it. Okay. You have to do this. Okay, interesting. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each socket to give it shape. Oh. Oh, okay, that's what that is. Okay, to keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Click and drag the glue onto the eye, each eye to shut it. This is the glue. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape. Oh, I remember. Okay, I've seen dead bodies that have that. Okay. To keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it shut. Click and drag the needle and thread over the jaw to close it. This thing. Oh, you have to do this. Okay, awesome. Click and drag the lotion over the body to moisturize it. Okay, embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Click and drag the scalpel over the neck to make an incision. Scalpel. Going to need a tube for draining the blood. Click on the tube and drag it to the neck incision. Click on the cannula and drag it to the carotid artery. This is how you'll get the preserving chemicals into the bloodstream. Now I'll need to connect the embalming machine to the cannula. Grab some additional tubing and drag it to the cannula.
The machine and the canoe.
Where in the machine? Oh. Taking these with you, you'll need to massage them to the click and drag over the body to click and drag over the body to massage it. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm making sure it's all going in the right place. Cool. Sew up the incision, which is this thing, I'm sure. Yeah. And you'll need to drain the organs of any remaining fluids. Click on the trocar and then click and hold the abdomen until all the liquid has been drained. Where's the trocar? This thing. Oh. And you're done. Mike will take care of Dr. Duvall's makeup as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. Time to attend the funeral. Oh. Okay. This game is really different. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. So strange not seeing most people wearing white. White? Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. Came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, and then the next poof, that person is gone, just like gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about for too long, like staring at the sun. I start to feel all fuzzy when I think about it. So weird how our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. Okay, so we're done with that. We're at December 2nd. Might have time for one more before the timer is out. Cremation. Today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. LGBTQ funerals. Why is that different? Let's read it. If you've been a long-time subscriber to our emails or follow us on social media, you've no doubt heard about the misgendering that transgender people are at times subjected to during their funerals. There have been notable situations where trans women have had their wishes overruled by their families and have had their hair cut, are buried under wrong names, and are subject to the wrong pronouns in their obituary announcements. We care a lot about this because we believe in treating every person with the same level of compassion, respect, and care. And this absolutely extends to pronouns and respecting their deceased wishes as per their lived experience. The CDC's Funeral Director Handbook on Death Registration and Fetal Death Reporting offers the fraud directive. Enter male or female based on observation. Do not abbreviate or use other symbols. If sex cannot be determined after verification with medical records, inspection of the body, or other sources, enter unknown. Do not leave this item blank. Leaving it up to observation obviously enters into a world of issues since bodies can be so different. And because of ingrained bias, people can draw incorrect assumptions based on their own inaccurate observations. California has passed what is known as the Respect After Death Act, which states that the death certificate must reflect the deceased gender identity as they lived it. So a step in the right direction. People who are trans deserve the same respect in death that people who are cisgender receive. Misgendering in death takes away this respect. It can also inflict hurt and trauma on spouses and friends that survived the deceased. So what can we do as funeral directors? Listen to the people who come into your office. In America especially, some marriages may not be recognized as legal depending on the laws around same-sex marriage. But this does not mean you're not dealing with two people who have loved each other in the same way as another couple. Listen, learn, and always be respectful. While you have to work with the next of kin, your duty is also to ensure the deceased receive the utmost respect in their burial. If a funeral is to honor the deceased, then do that. Honor them. That's pretty cool. Paycheck coming late, sorry. I don't like the look of this, not one bit. I know you've been with us for a few months, but maybe you're aware of the trouble Amy has been having. A small mom and pop shop like Rose and Daughters can't compete with the bigger guys. Anyway, don't tell Amy I sent this to you. I'm also starving, so I'm going to grab some fast food before taking the hearse through the car wash and swinging back to the home. Do you want anything? A beef and cheddar? I'm going to take the hearse through the drive-through, of course. It freaks people out. I love it. They get so awkward. What is a hearse?
It's the car that carry coffins.
Okay, yeah.
It's the funeral car.
It's a funeral car. Hey Matthew, this is embarrassing, but it seems I miscalculated some of our income and don't have enough to pay you this week. Would it be terribly inconvenient if I cut you a check for next week instead? If you need the money urgently, please let me know. I feel terrible about this whole thing and I can cut you a check from my personal account if need be. Okay, so that's something. There's a lot to read in this game and it's pretty awesome. There's just a lot of story that comes through.
Yeah.
Meet Cutes for Death Positive Cuties. That's an interesting title. Charlie, I was doing some reading. I know you hate it when I try to give you dating advice, but hear me out. There's this dating site that's specifically for people working in the death industry. Okay, so maybe I'm a little worried for you, but you haven't mentioned anybody new since the breakup of 2014 that we will never speak of again after this moment. But you're always saying how tired you get of people being scared to ask you about your day, so maybe meeting somebody in the industry isn't the worst idea. Just promise me you'll consider it, okay? It's harder for me to make sure you're seeing sunlight when I'm all the way across the ocean. I know you look like a babe with pale skin and witchy gothy aesthetics are super hot right now, but vitamin D is still a good thing. Mom rant over. I'm going to try it out because turns out people get super scared off when you tell them you work in a museum filled with dead bodies. Do you know how not interesting other people find teratomas? Charlie, I didn't know we were this weird to outside people. I've been spoiled by having a best friend who's as much of a weirdo as I am. Miss you, let's grab a bottle of wine for our next Skype date. P.S. If you sign up for Dead Meat, isn't that the best name for a death industry dating website? Tinder rules apply. You have to like me if you come across my profile or whatever. I'm not sure how it works just yet though. Okay. Amy Rose, that's thanking for the last one. Okay, so it's a standard thank you. Cremation. Okay, on it. Someone died of breast cancer. Before we cremate Mrs. Hall, we need to prepare her body. Mrs. Hall's family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process as to not damage them. Let's start by removing Mrs. Hall's necklace. Remove here. We need to be able to identify Mrs. Hall's remains after she has been cremated. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin. In the coffin? Great, Mrs. Hall is all set to be cremated now. So just press this button, I guess. And then we have the urn. This is the cremulator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies to ash so much as bone fragments. Using the cremulator will break these bone fragments down to ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn in the cremulator. Okay. Click and drag the bone fragments, put them on the top of the cremulator. Okay. Now that all the bones have been processed, click and drag the urn back onto the counter. Make sure to put Mrs. Hall's necklace back into the urn. Click on the necklace and drag it to the urn. Okay. Click on the round identification tag and drag it to the urn. Last step, click on the urn's lid and drag it to the top of the urn. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. Okay? Let's go to the funeral. This is nice in a weird way. She'd like that we're all here talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crab cakes are perfect. It's kind of interesting that the main character doesn't talk, but you're hearing so much through the emails. Glad she was cremated and not like in an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. At least we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not once. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. February 14th. Okay, that's almost a month and a half later. Okay. How are we doing for time? We have about 4 minutes left, so that's not much.
I think you should stop it there.
I'm gonna see what the next one is about. Protecting Earth with green burials. Interesting. Natural cemeteries are becoming more popular. Green burials help preserve natural resources. I'm just quickly reading them. Challenger. Huh. She's playing a game. So they're talking about computer games. I don't know what to do. Huh. Interesting. Networking. You see the note about the pacemaker. They can be tricky. Yes, there is any special instructions we want to pass along. Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker too. Let's see the thank you note. And news about the future of Rose's daughter's funeral home. Oh wow, they're closing down. It'll be bought by someone else. Wow. Oh, that's the game that they were talking about. It's like a Minesweeper game or something. Okay, so like that. Oh,
Ooh, you found a ghost.
huh. It's a Minesweeper game. So there's a. Oh, those are numbers. Okay. No, they're not numbers. They're symbols. I think they're
They
3.
are numbers, but
Yeah.
they're symbol and numbers.
Huh. Cool. What else do we have?
Yeah, almost done.
Yeah. Miss Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide for us to include. However, Mr. Reyes has a pacemaker that needs to be removed before cremation. Nope. That's the time. Pacemaker, scalpel.
Click and drag.
Okay. This is basically the tutorial, I think, because after, maybe later on, it's not gonna be so detailed, and you'll have to figure things out on your own, possibly. I don't know. I've never played this game before. In any case, I'm gonna shut it down now. That was really cool, and I'm looking forward to trying more, going further into this game. I actually really enjoyed the emails.
Just shut it down. We have 2 more games of it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'm shutting this down now. I don't know if it's autosaves. Must have autosaved. Okay. We're done. Okay, so that was really cool. So that was a Mortician's Tale. And I'll see if I have the link. I'll post it again. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take about a 5-minute break, and I'll be right back after that with Lenna's Inception, which I'm looking forward to. Okay, we're back with Lenna's Inception. I don't hear the sound. Maybe there's something off about it. It's supposed to make noise by now. Okay, there we go. So I picked the 32-bit. This is a very Game Boy style game. I'm noticing a bit of a lag. Check if something else is running. No, nothing else is running. Okay. So, sorry? Yeah, at the beginning they make you choose whether you want to play 8-bit or 32-bit Game Boy. And it's cool that they made a game that's flexible enough that it can do both. Okay. Options. I think I fixed all this ahead of time. Let's see what this is about. Story mode, daily seed, 1 dungeon, all dungeons, 3 hearts. These are different modes, like, so basically there's a ton of different games. We'll do the story mode. When the prophesized hero fails, Lenna is forced to take up the mantle. Interesting. So, we go with Lenna. Start this one. World Seed. Oh! World Seed. Is it randomly generated? That'd be super interesting. It looks like a glitch, but it's intentional. It's a cool way of doing it. That is so cool. Okay, so she's a teacher. New item, broken yardstick. Press A to fend off monsters with this stick. That's cool. I don't know what's up with the boxes, it's not doing anything. What's up with the kids? Crab is busy blowing bubbles and spitting at the floor. Catherine is trying to hide the fact that she is watching a pocket TV, not paying attention. Tarot cards cover the desk. The death and tower cards lie face up. When I grow up, I want to be a knight. Dreniel is painstakingly sketching a man losing his limbs to a propeller blade. His face covered in dirt suddenly grabs your arm. It leaves an inky handprint. Klaus is playing with a snowball inside the house. Hattie's essay explains why she wants to become a police officer. What's going on here? Somebody has drawn a smiley face here. Somebody's drawn a smiley face, okay. So... oh, it's a bedroom. I'm not going to need this. Not yet. This is very Zelda-like. bookcase full of gruesome horror novels. What just happened? Something happened to the school. And there's a chicken running away. It's the chicken's fault. It's the chicken's fault. Maybe talk to this person first. The elder has been raising Lance to be the next great hero. My friend claims a dolphin attacked them with throwing stars. I don't know, it sounds kind of fishy to me. Miturum Library. I think I'm supposed to follow the chicken. Yeah, let's follow the chicken. Whoa. Whoa. What is going on? What was that? Oh, it's the... I don't know. Is that the hero? Lance is cool, but Stiletto is still my favorite hero. This yardstick does nothing. Who is this person? I'm going to work for the chairman when I die and become a skeleton. Oh, wow, interesting. Ambition. I've heard you can make a killing. Okay. So was it like the oh my god. Is this the village elder? He's not breathing. Harriet the chicken started following you. Oh, Henrietta was carrying something. Pet whistle. Send away or call back your pet. Active item 1, 2, and 3. X, Y, and B. Okay. What items do I have? Oh, okay. New item, wrapped parcel. The label says for Lance. It's dangerous to go alone. Sword. Clues. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I love the map. Game? Oh, I should set my timer. I'm gonna put 40 minutes on this one, since we spent some time already. Yeah, I definitely need a better sword. That's a cool map. We don't have a lot of options. So the chicken wasn't that evil. Looks like Link. That outfit, you must be the hero kid. I get the feeling that the elder wanted you to have this. You could hurt yourself. Fine, I'll show you how to use that blade if you complete a quest. I need you to rescue my students. Just let me deal with the monsters for now. Come on, I'll take you to the tutorial area. Okay, where's the tutorial area? Yeah. That's not the tutorial area. Lance's father, Claymore, had a huge sword. He was awesome. There's a bear. Anyone can see the error of their ways, human. They just need to be shown enough compassion. Huh. That's a nice thing for a bear to say. There's a lot of bears. What's your name, little one? Lenna, it's nice to meet you, Lenna. Okay, they're really nice. The bear community has been circulating some concerning rumors recently. Supposedly, a pernicious human girl has been breaking into bear homes to sleep. Okay, so here's the tutorial area. Or is this the goal? That's probably the goal.
Oh, okay, you have to do that.
Yeah. Hero of Fortitude. Yeah. Oh, okay. Lance Hero of Fortitude, so it's there. Okay, let's go this way. Lance is totally clueless. I guess we can't go there.
Well, then you have to go right.
Yeah, we have to go left and around, I guess.
Can you?
Oh, we have to go the long, convoluted way. Where's the... No. Okay, so this is not the right place to go. Yeah, let's follow the road, I guess, on this side. What's here? Can't go in. Huh. Okay. Beating up skeletons using a yardstick. That is cool. Huh. Yeah, now he shows up because of the monsters are gone. 50 euros? Is that euros? Cents? Oh. Okay. Yeah. Almost there. Okay, so she's gonna take care of the monsters and he's gonna follow her to, I guess I can't go there. I wonder if they're gonna follow through this area. Oh, yeah. Okay. Whoa. Meteor. If you gather a bunch of these, maybe you can make something. Cool. Bicycle. Okay, so it's a teleporter of sorts. Okay, so probably this is the tutorial area.
There's another one that fell from the sky.
Can't go there. It's a dolphin throwing stars. I don't know if that's a good thing. No, it hurts you. Yeah, so the only option is to go in here. Ooh, it's generating. We'll have our tutorial in here. But first, let's explore a bit to find somewhere safe. The hero doesn't say anything.
But that's what Link did.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Steel shield. Press RB to deflect monsters attack with this shield. Okay. Let's see if we can... Yeah, it's already equipped. Oh, it's a cute little shield. Yeah. There's something there. Dungeon map. Now you can see where all the treasure is. Let's look at the treasure. Oh, there's 2 places, and then there's the boss. I guess we can't go through this yet. We're still trying to train the main hero, huh? This room looks safe enough. Yeah. There are 2 main modes of attack. The first is slashing. To do that, press and release the A button, like this. Good, now try holding. Okay. The hero is dead. Power of Fortitude, one of the fabled 4 powers. With this power, every conflict you survive will make you stronger.
Cell phone.
Hero's telephone. It has full battery and 2 out of 5 bars of signal. Hero's sword. It's Lance's sword. The sharp edge of it is perfect for cutting things. So the hero is dead, so she has to do the hero stuff now. Trying to see what that does. Oh, that's a power of fortitude. Meteors. Okay. So we have the sword now. Oh, it's broken yardstick, not just a regular yardstick. Ah, now it breaks. Maybe I'll come back for these after. No, those stones don't break. Okay. Ah, they're generating. The chicken is afraid to come into the room until all the enemies are gone. Interesting. It seems like these 2 need to be pushed onto there. Oh, okay. It opened the door. That's an option. Something fell. Black linen tunic. Where to find out what it does? Okay. a speed tunic. Wow. Okay, I was down to 1 heart, so I'm gonna get some hearts and come back and fight these. Oh right, I have a shield, I have to remember that. Shield. Okay, got them all. Got the key, so I can go in there now. It's probably the boss, so I'm gonna go get some health. There we go. Archangel Azrael. Impostor, thou shalt be vanquished. Fiend. Huh. The speed tunic really helps. I guess you have to somehow block this back. Ah, there we go. Oops. Oh, there we go. I keep running into the enemy. Boss is super tough. Seems you can only hit it once. Oh, you can continue from here. Okay. What? You can phone a number if you know a number? That's interesting. Check something quickly. Some technology is really difficult to do. saved already. Nope, we didn't. Not here at least. Can only hit him once, it seems. It's much easier when you know the pattern, I guess. Oh, that was the last hit? Okay. Archangel Heart.
Permanently increasing fortitude. Corrupted memory number 0 was restored.
That is very interesting. Seems like there's some metagaming going on here too.
Yes.
Oh. That seems pretty cool. Oh, it's a phone call. Lance, I wanted to keep you from danger for a few more years, but I failed. I speak to you from beyond the veil. The undead forces of the chairman of the Bankers Guild have snatched the prince from his throne. With his thoughtless actions, the chairman has destroyed the fragile balance of powers that keeps our world from descending into chaos and corruption. It's time to take your first steps towards your destiny and become the hero you were born to be. Seek out the librarian. She has knowledge of the 4 hidden dungeons of this island. Defeat the evil within them and become stronger. When you've done that, I will send my acolyte to fill you in on the next steps. Call this person using the telephone in your inventory. Chaos and corruption. Is that what happened to my school? Now I can cut through these. Meteor. Okay. Another meteor. Speed tunic. Got another one. So all the black ones are speed now in this version of the game. 4 hearts now. Okay, so librarian is who I'm supposed to see. Are the rumors true? Is there really a human girl breaking into bears' homes just to sleep on their beds? I used to have a home, but I couldn't afford the rising rent, so the bank kicked me out. That's just life, right? It's starting to get really realistic. Henrietta looks clucking mad. I'm a fervent supporter of the prince. A new face? I can hardly believe it. After all these years on this tiny island, someone I have never met before. So, what can I do for you? Whoa, that sounds crazy. Give me your phone and I'll program the dungeons into it. Here you go. It looks like your next dungeon is the Basin of the Chosen Dragon of Danann in the north. Who knows, maybe you'll find one of your children there. And I'm pretty sure my students are stuck in the school. I added my number as well. Feel free to call me anytime. Cool. And keep your eyes peeled for overdue library books while you're out. Find them all and you'll get into my good books. Sure thing. Private. Let's go there. I can't seem to break the boxes yet. Yeah. The school is still corrupted. Oh, it's a merchant. We don't know what any of these do, so we'll have to try them out. So this will drink that. It was a hallucination.
They are enemy anyway.
Yeah. A white potion is a hallucination potion. And the merchant's gone now. It's all random.
Yeah, they move around.
So that's the Elder's Cave. Okay. So I need to go up and right. Cool. These are water, most likely. I like the simplicity of this. Library book. J.K. Rowling in it. J.K. Rowling in it. 10 years in the making, the 7th and final book of the critically acclaimed Clay series brings the of our beloved clay worker to a tragic and watery end. All of Clayton's hard work and persistence in the previous book finally pays off, but is success really worth the trouble? As Clayton's latest pot design takes off, people come to him from far and away, bringing money and demands. At first, Clayton manages to keep up with the requests. His small business grows rapidly to a globe-spanning empire. But when an earthquake destroys a critical warehouse, crippling the company, people keep coming. The pressure to deliver becomes too much for poor Clayton. He must escape. On a remote desert island, Clayton finds a brief respite until the Apache helicopters, jetpack bears, and invisible cruise liners arrive. Feeling cornered and under pressure, he walks out into the ocean and to his doom. In total silence at last, Clayton speaks his final words, the answer to the question nobody asked. Actually, the pot's just magic, the poop away. But it was hard to hear him well, since he was drowning at that point. I hope you enjoyed the tale of Harriet Potter and the Deadly Shallows. J.K. Rowling in it, author, philanthropist, retroactivist. This is awesome. There's so many jokes in there. Okay. Now we could try the water down here. Yeah, I do need to go north, but I wanted to try the water. Doesn't seem like you can get in there. New item. Yeah, there's another vest up here. Where to find out what it does? Let's try it out. It was a frugal tunic. It gives you a chance of finding extra money. Can't go there though. I guess it's gonna stay around until I can pick it up. This is very, very interesting. Really good design. It has a very good retro feel to it. Oh, the pet can pick things up? That's interesting. Maybe I need to get a shovel to dig things up from here. Library book. Library book, no, 2 of them. Beasts of Miturum. Authors Professor Belua. Bat. Although completely blind, this beast possesses a keen sense of hearing. Bat hearts are highly sought after for their healing properties. Slime. Do not be fooled by its resting blob face. This creature wishes only to give you a good hug. Unfortunately, it secretes a painful acid. Marshmallow. Ingredients: egg whites, gelatin, sugar. Skeleton. Skeletons are everywhere. There is one inside of you right now. Once free of its fleshy prison, a skeleton will look for ways to free its brethren. Some directly attack humans, while others turn to the finance industry. Okay. Whirligig. When an adventurer dies during spin attack and does not become a skeleton, there is a small chance for a whirligig to form. Crab Knight. When Queen Josephine knighted Sir Crab, she hadn't counted on a family of actual crabs overhearing. Now their descendants take it upon themselves to scour the shores of Miturum for miscreants and wrongdoers. Smilager. Every Smilager... Smilager? Oh, Smile Spider. Smilager. Smilager. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. Smilager. Every Smilager is secretly grinning at the joke it heard once. Smilager, I barely knew her. Oh my god. That is such a bad joke. Dentist Sharktula. Unlike their Smilager cousins, Sharktula have no sense of humor. Their idea of fun is drowning swimmers and eating babies. Snail, a sour bourgeois slime that owns its own home and poisons the trail for those that follow. Bombshell, if you approach it at the wrong moment, this boomer is prone to explode in misguided outrage. Oh my god. Oh my god. The puns in every... Did you read that one? Dolphin. After the extinction of cattle, Western society relied on dolphins for mass milk production. They have still not forgiven us for this. That is awful. Pyromelian. By turning transparent, it can focus its light rays like a lens to ignite fire. Wow. It can often be found committing arson in dungeons. But that is pretty epic. Pumpkin. If grown in slime-fertilized soil, carved and sprinkled with blood, a pumpkin will develop a mind of its own. Pumpkins make lifelong loyal friends. That's so cool. Okay, there's a boy crying here. Let's see what the problem is. I'm so thirsty I can't move. Can you bring me a bottle of fresh water? That's a weird problem to have. But if we find a bottle of fresh water, we'll do that. Can't swim yet. How much money do I have? 471. Oh, he's a merchant. there's a book here. We have a bicycle. I'm gonna get the book. Chairman Mammon. Peaceful citizens of Miturum, human and bears alike. You work hard for your gold coins and deserve to know that they are safe. Now you could put them in your family's prize clay pot, as is tradition. But do you know what your clay pot won't protect your money from? Adventurers. Don't fall for their good press, folks. Adventurers will come to your town seeking health potions, weapon shops, and side quests. They will come into your house and they will smash your pots, taking your precious savings with them. Just because it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean it won't. Luckily, the Bankers Guild is here to serve the interests of the people. For an affordable monthly fee, the Bankers Guild will give your savings account premium adventure insurance. Your money will be protected from an enormous magical jar. In an enormous magical jar that has been proven by our R&D department to be impenetrable to swords, magic whips, and even power beams. The Guards Union has a notorious pro-adventurer bias and won't keep your earnings safe when the time comes. Be safe, bank with the guild. Okay, let's buy more stuff. Red linen. Don't know what it does. Well, the colors are consistent. Black is always speed in this game. Let's see what the blue is. I still have 200 gold. Let's buy the...
What happened to you?
it's a pet. You carve the pumpkin and sprinkle it with blood based on the recipe in the book, and it becomes a... Dismiss Henrietta and have Gordon follow you instead? Yes. Gordon started following you. So yeah. So reading that book was useful because I managed to create a pet. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to. And what else do I have? 3 library books. There's a lot going on in this game. What's that? School. Pages missing books. Dungeons. Okay. So my timer just went off, so I'm gonna stop here. But this was really, really interesting and fun. It's very nostalgic and it has so many weird jokes and so many references to stuff that's going on in our world. So that's really enjoyable. So I'm gonna stop here, but I'm gonna probably gonna come back and play this later. So this was Lenna's Inception, and you can get it at itch.io. I'll paste the link right now in the chat so people can have it. Lenna's Inception. It's by Bitten Studio. So that's the link. So I'm gonna take a break, just a 5-minute break, and maybe less than that. And I'll come back for the last game that I cannot pronounce properly. Okay, we're back with Oikospiel. I don't know how to pronounce this, so that's how I'm pronouncing it. So this game, I have no idea what it's like, and it looks very weird from its project page as well as the menu. So I'm going to just click on begin. I need to switch the sound on first. There we go. So this is the last game of today's session. So it says controls is keyboard and mouse. Escape to return home. We got someone chatting from Twitch. Okay, so we're just going to start now. Oh, Shelly's chatting from Twitch. So the menu is super weird already. Like, what is this? I don't think it's a bug or anything. I think it's intended to be like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's intended to be like this. So, Oikospiel Book 1. What? What is this? Okay. Moving the mouse kind of moves this around. Okay.
The mouse movement
Okay. Apparently that generates wind power, so I'm doing that now. Chapter 1. I don't know what's going on. Huh. Prelude, the Northwest Passage 2060. 2060, that's not even
that's in the future.
in the future. It's 40 years in the future. Okay. We're in the Arctic Ocean, North Pole. Okay, so we are... There's a plane.
What about what's that?
Okay. This is so weird. Can I get closer? The mouse wheel is kind of getting us closer. Or maybe it's automatic. Okay. There's a monkey and 2 humans. And there's something... There's 2 dogs. 2 dogs? Two dogs like feeding on organs of a human. Control WSD. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm controlling anyway.
It's very weird.
This is a art project of some sort. Okay, maybe I need to do something. Yeah. Part 1, Oikospiel. I'm pressing W, which is causing that to happen. Huh, is that monkey? Oiko is starting up.
Such a weird thing.
Username. Largo Sput Killer.
That's
Okay. There's a puppy. Huh. Okay. Some jewels here. Pluto. That's this dog? This house? Why did that start up again? Okay, what about this thing? Burnout car. Geospiel introduction. It's the year 1999, and our game development house, Koch Games, has been hired by the Oikospiel Opera to adapt the novel Tristram Shandy into a computer eco-opera for a fee of infinity. We have only just heard of this book and have not yet read it, but have begun pre-production with the sentimental journey, and two have entered crunch mode because none of us know how to code, and there's a lot to learn and only so much time. The opera is set to be released in 101 years on January 1st, 2019. In commemoration of the Oikospiel Jubilee, a magnificent future event that will pay energetic reparations for all the species extinctions of the last and next 100 years. The form of grand opera of debt forgiveness and a 10-year-long festival of universal infinite income, which will be enjoyed by all mammals, is meant to be financed with the rents earned by our infinitely downloadable game. Okay. Okay, so we have all these extinctions, and the species extinctions since 1800. It just keeps going up. Our opera project and the ensuing festival it commemorates is being coordinated and financed by our boss Donald Koch, who calls himself an Orphic Lib or an ANCAP, who says he is inspired by the form of his 1761 book of Stern and its relation to the 1781 steam engine of Watt. A relationship which he says is the most potent there is, which we will understand in due time. He claims he has discovered, by the way of this correspondence, an immortality serum he calls crystal oik goo, which will allow him to live forever by replacing its blood if he's ever rotted, and which he can take in pill form for graduated longevity, if not, and so he will oversee all the details of the Oikospiel future event in real time. But we workers are mere dogs and won't live all 100 years to survive until the end of the project. So we have been assigned to fossilize all of the things we learned through our extensive R&D in the form of eternal objects to pass down our children and grandchildren, who are also promised employment with Koch Games. Mr. Koch says these objects are real, but we're not sure what this means except to deliver a deliverable. So we just take the work one day at a time. In my opinion, at our best, we zoom in even further and take in one breath at a time, excited many times a minute. The employees of Koch Games, myself, I am Pluto included, are all called irrational animal spirits, working in conjunction with rational prefabs of the OIK operating system. The cybernetic combination is intended to organically catalyze a work over the next 70 years, which DK says does justice in combination of organism and mechanism, best celebrated by Tristram Shandy, and which will give way to a technological solution of the changing climate, which needs to be rationalized if we ever to brew 4 years priced Northern Dew. So we all have brain stem plugs like in Existenzi, which allows our brain spine nerves to interface directly with the operating system. DK says just like playing house. Your job is to follow the line, get your household in order, stand up tall. This is the secret of speculation. A virile household whose rate of growth is more than the interest rate. Ah, what a drag. But for the purpose of demonstration, we designed this introduction so you can only have to imagine what it's like to have your spine massaged by the CPU. Keeping your spine intact, you can rebuild as your own toy house the virtual space using your peripheral nerves and limbs to type on the keyboard and use the mouse like you're already used to doing. Now here's the essence, Boss Koch says. What is the story? Well, Lawrence Stern, the author of Tristram Shandy, drew these graphs of the plot in it, in which Boss thinks is a good place to begin our narrative studies, since that's where Balzac's Le Pot de Chagrin started, and our game is meant to grow to be a dog 1001 times more big than the whole comedy. To learn growth, heat, and heat in the wiggle of Shandy, contrast this wobbly steady state with the perispatic extension geyser from the first page. You can always restart a level by hitting escape. Don't go to the table of contents yet though, you'll be lost and annoyed. Mr. Koch says see Shandy's wiggle resemblance to this Koch curve, and then unfold at its points of power, and then turn introverted to get the Triforce, which iterates through the chair into bone frailty. See, this wiggle is a new kind of fractional dimension of experience. A straight line is a job, an infinite line can fit in a finite space, and a wiggly line is a game. And frail form keeps iterating, and it's job of dogs to design the algorithm, which forgoes all but the second version. Your job is to follow the line simple. You're paid a penny of kibble second. Okay, this is long. I think you're meant to enjoy this more if you're like in an altered state in your brain and you have plenty of time to sit and meditate. We all wondered what this meant, but it seemed clear enough that we're supposed to start small, keep it simple for our bone's sake. So we embarked on designing a linear game, a personal story based on what we've heard DK divining about our future, and his tragic love between himself as the subduer of all creatures, or as he calls himself, DQ the Knight of the Sad Face, or Orpheus, and his accidental murder by a Union salt while Iridice Wolf originally hired as his personal copyist who warns will come one day to try to unionize us, and he claims that thus copyrighted animals will not be allowed into the Union and thus will take away our organic emergency unity. The greatest mistake we could ever make. He says, we will lose our connection to the executive branch, as will be all. It'll be as if all our nerves were severed from our spine. She instructs us in these ways of aesthetic multiplicity. Okay, I'm gonna just click through this. Okay, that was the last one. It's a chicken. It's a chicken. It's a chicken that jumps. Meeting other chickens. Why aren't we on the same level? Why am I on a different level than all the other chickens? I bet this is intentional. Why are you going through the wall? I can't go through the wall. Okay. Clearly this is meant as some sort of like feeling like you're not part of the pack because you cannot. They can do stuff that you cannot do. That's interesting. There's a plane. You can't get to it. There's a road. You can take a journey through the road. There's a dog now.
Wolf.
Oh, it's a wolf? Right. Yeah. Fox, that took long enough, waiting until one came to you again. Anyway, Yum, now that you're full of energy, Please pass out these cards to the others down the line. Remember, if half of the workers sign one by tomorrow, we unionize. I know some are scary, but we need to respect even those that chill us. We're all in this together. Hen feared you rightly. Let's all... Union of Animal Workers. Okay. Whoa, that's a big hen. Maybe the other way, yeah. Is that the opera playing in the back? Is that what's going on? The sideways run are way faster than the front runs. Huh. Okay. I don't know what we're doing. Says. Well, we gave the card. Yeah, I am running. This game is so weird. These snakes are the next one, or the treat maybe. Okay, so the snakes are gonna go do it because there's dogs ahead. We're doing spider now? What just happened? The sky changed again. now
Something to understand.
now we're in Saturn. We're looking really closely at the bullet hole. Thank you. 1979.
You rabbit, I suppose.
No, it's a dog, I think. Huh. Why is there a bear there? And why is it getting warped? What is going on here? No idea what's going on here. Oh, it's a doggy. Following the bear. Ah. There's a moose and a Christmas tree. And that's the spirit of the reindeer? And there's the monkey again. Can't jump over the fence. did the right thing. Or one of the right things. Yeah, the bear's in the forest now. And there's like crystallized things here. What is going on? There's the snake. Is this a boss I don't know what just happened. Going on? I don't know what you're supposed to do with this. No idea what's going on here. Well, things have changed here. Doesn't make a difference. Apparently there's like 40 levels of this. It's a centaur. Well, there's stuff happening. Must be making progress. It's a tree that looks like an old man. Okay, I don't know what is going on. at all. But I think we're out of time today. So that was Oikospiel, book 1 by, let me just get the name. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like cracking fire. That's what the menu is. Okay, so that was Oikospiel by DK. And you can find it here. So that was it for today. Oh, that was these games were very took a lot out of me, all of them. Okay, so to recap, today's games were A Mortician's Tale, Lenna's Inception, and Oikospiel. I'll put the links to those here in the chat. All 3 of them. And the bundle itself can be found here. And the art and the background art and the animations are by Rifna, and their Pinterest and Behance can be found here. Oh, that's not the right one. Sometimes the links don't work. Let me just try it again. These are the art credits. Yeah, so that's it for today. I'm gonna come back on Wednesday again with 3 more games from the list. Yeah, hopefully they will be also fun. The last one, it's not my style of game, so I couldn't really get into it. I really personally enjoyed The Mortician's Tale for its story elements, and I really enjoyed the nostalgia of Lenna's Inception. And I did think the serialness of the last one was pretty cool. I wish I understood it better. So I'll be coming back on Wednesday with more. So everyone have a good night.